Now in this hand we open up 8 deuce of spades. Now at this point in the game the limping has been pretty consistent, so I'm happy to just have a limp and see if we can get to a cheap flop. So I limp and it does in fact limp around, which is what we love to see. So when the flop comes out 8 deuce 6 with 2 diamonds, there's a lot of draws on this board, and this board hits the ranges of limps very hard. So when Kenny bets 3, I'm happy to just call at this point. I'll see whether anyone else decides to get a little bit spicy and get in with a check raise, or just come along, but I don't want to chase away my customers just yet, so I decide just to call, and I'll apply lots of pressure on the turn and river. The turn does bring a 9 of hearts. Once again Kenny decides to bet 3. Now this 9 is not the best card. It does bring in a bunch of straights, which I'm slightly concerned about, but when he continues for $3, I feel like I'm still ahead of enough of his hands. Hands containing an 8, hands containing a 9. Like he might have had some hands like 7-9 suited, which will hit this turn and won't fold to a raise. So I'm happy to get in with a check raise now. I think there's enough strong hands that he'll have that I'm still ahead of. If he's got a straight, then I just lose, and that's how it is, but I'm happy to put the pressure on. And we get a call out of him. And then the river brings us a 3 of diamonds. It's not the best card in the deck. All of the draws get there now. But when Kenny just calls, I don't expect him to have a lot of value hands. He can definitely have a flush here, but I expect him to lead with a lot of his flushes. So I decide to bet 10, and targeting mostly hands like a pair of 8s, a pair of 9s, maybe even a pair of 6s that I reckon we'll get a call from. But instead he just decides to fold, so obviously not quite strong enough in that hand, so happy to take that down.